Hello, everyone. Welcome to our team training. So excited today to chat with Abby Hammonds. Hi, Abby.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
So good. You guys, Abby Hammonds is the youngest senior director in all of Color Street, which is really cool. How old are you, Abby?
I am 22, and I've been a senior director for 3 years in November. So I hit when I was 19.
19. She was a teenager when she became a senior director. That's incredible. I've always been so impressed by you, Abby.
Oh,
And
thank you.
I can't wait to hear how you onboard your stylist and also how you motivate your team. But first, I want to hear your Color Street journey really quick.
Okay. So like you said, I was a teenager when I signed up. So I signed up when I was 18. I was in college and I promoted to senior director in 10 months. So
Wow.
that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I've maintained since then, working towards executive. Hopefully this month, we'll see. So I mean, obviously there's been lots of ups and downs, but I am blessed to do Color Street full time now. I'm not in college anymore. And now I'm a stay-at-home mom to my 8-month-old son.
Aww, I love that so much. And how did you find Color Street?
So actually I signed up with Rachel Snyder. Rachel and my mom were really close friends, and I've known her for like 7 years now. So I saw her quit her nursing job in like 6 months, and I was like, okay.
Like, let's go. I love her. Right. She's one of my enrollees.
Yeah. So that's
awesome. That's so cool. So I heard you have an awesome onboarding process, and I can't wait to hear that, especially for we've got lots of Canadians joining us now in Color Street. We just launched yesterday in Canada. And so we have like over 200 Canadians that joined our team in like 24 hours. It's crazy. So we would, there's lots of stylists that are like, okay, now what do I tell my Canadians to do? So we'd love to hear from you, Abby. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the on-demand template on Canva. So pretty much it's a Canva website link, and you can scroll it like a regular website. So that is the format of how I did my onboarding for my new Stylus Checklist. I wanted everything in one space that I could easily send to somebody to scroll throughout their own pace, because people are busy. So this is a very detailed kind of step-by-step from the beginning of what I wanted to know when I first started. So I made it on Canva Pro. If any of you want to know how you make it, I formatted it as a flyer. So there's like Instagram, Facebook post, flyer. So I did the flyer. And then you can add slides, and then you can just customize it, put all your information in. And the fun part is when you go to save it. So when you save it, you save it as a website, and then you change the presentation from presentation to website, and then you can copy the link, and that's how you can send it to them. So that is what, that's how mine is formatted, but you could make this in like a Google Doc or whatever you want to do for your team. But the first thing that I put on my onboarding is I put an introduction of myself and a picture of myself. Because when they're added to my team page, I want them to know who the leader is, and I want them to know who they can reach out to. So there's a little picture of myself, and then it says like who I am and my name. Our team is called Abby's Army. So I didn't want them to be like, who the heck is Abby and what the heck is her army? So that's why I put a picture of myself.
Hang on really quick.
Yeah.
Is there any way if I shared my screen, you could like show them visually?
I don't know. I'm on my phone right now.
I'll just pull it up on my phone just so they can see a glimpse of like what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Pull it up. I just really want people to know what we're talking about. And so hang on. Let me just show it really quick before you go over it all. Okay. So can you guys see my screen? So here is this new Stylus checklist. This is what she's talking about. Here's the picture of Abby, and then it scrolls and it has lots of info here. So she's going to be talking about, you know, how you can create one of these, but if that overwhelms you, you can still use a lot of these steps that she shares and create like a Google Doc or a little checklist or whatever works for you. But I just wanted to show them a visual of it really quick before you jump in.
Yeah, I think the visual is the coolest part. That's what everybody says. Like, wow, this is so convenient.
Yeah.
So like Kelly just showed, that's what I put in the beginning is a little intro of myself. And then the first thing that I think is super important for new stylists is to log into the virtual office. That is the first step that I have in the new Stylus checklist, because that's like your home base. So I want them to know how to log in, and I want them to explore the back office a little bit and see, you know, get familiar with their rank tracker, their PV, their GV, all of that stuff. So that's the first step. And I put little screenshots. So that's another thing that I think is really beneficial in a new Stylus checklist, is to put a screenshot of what they should see, because technology can be crazy sometimes, as we all know, especially if somebody is not used to the direct sales world. So when you log in, this is what you should see. So that's something that I get a lot of praise about, is having an actual picture representation.
Yeah, people are so visual.
Right.
And really quick, I put the link to your, I hope this is okay. I put the link to your in our live video.
Yeah, no problem. And that's actually better. So then you guys can scroll it as I'm talking about it. Yeah. And so then the next step I put was to download the Stylist app and the pay portal, because that's a question that new stylists ask: how do I get paid? So I put a screenshot of both of those apps also. I have an iPhone, so it might look a little bit different if you have an Android. But I put a screenshot of the Stylist app and the pay portal. And then the next thing that I did was the text message updates. So I think those are really important for new stylists also, because they send the links to Tuesday trainings, restocks. We haven't really had that many restocks because they've been on it, but you know, that is very helpful for Tuesday training. So I tell them how to text that. And then the next thing that I have is terms to know. So when I signed up, this was my first direct sales experience ever. And people were like, GV, PV, BQ. And I'm like, what are you speaking?
That's a good point.
Well, and people who have been in direct sales, like, don't think anything of it. But these new stylists are like, what is that? So I broke it down. I did the VO, which is virtual office, and then PV, personal volume, GV, group volume, BQ, bonus qualify. And those are like our 4 most important abbreviations, in my opinion. So I just broke it down really quickly so that they could see what the heck those meant. And then, love it. And then we had a link to the team Facebook page. So one thing that's really cool about this Canva template is you can put external links in the template. So like where that little mouse is clicking my Abby's Army team page.
Look at that little mouse pointing to it.
Isn't that so cool? Like Canva really is so amazing. So you can just click the team page and it will take new stylists straight to our team page where they have all sorts of other information. And then in our team page, we have a pinned post with all of the groups to join. So I pinned it to the top of our team page, and I tagged the groups. So one thing that I want to mention about tagging the groups in a post and letting your stylist join versus inviting them. So I don't know if you guys know, but I also am an admin of the graphics group and the nail health group. So when you send somebody an invite, a lot of times they don't see the invite. Yeah. And so they'll just sit there pending for like days and days. So then we decline them because they don't answer the questions. So when you tag the group in a post and let them click it, then a pop-up will come up and say, answer membership questions. And then they can answer the questions. And then we see their request and then we can approve it, rather than them sitting there and then getting declined. And then they get frustrated because they're like, well, I submitted a request to join, but really they didn't. So that's a helpful tip for new stylists, is to have them click the link rather than sending an invite.
Yeah.
And so that in that post there, I think there is a little screenshot of it in the template. I listed all of our upline groups because obviously you guys know that our uplines do amazing giveaways and lots of trainings. So I have all of my uplines all the way up to Team Nailed It. And then I also have a link to the graphics group, the videos for nail polish group, the nail health group, and the nail fees group. And then also the Color Street groups. This is one that I feel like stylists forget about. Mm-hmm. So we have the official Color Street Stylist group, which is awesome. And then we have the Color Street Facebook page, which you should like to see all of their fun content that they put out. Color Street also has an official Instagram page. And and Fall Park has his own group. So those are the 4, which he's so cute. And he posts such cute stuff. So those are the 4 Color Street
groups. I'm trying to find it. I can't find the link that has all the links to the groups.
I might have to take a screenshot of it. I think there's just a screenshot of the logo of my team page in the template. But those are the groups. I probably said that too fast. I'll say them again. So all of your upline groups are important for new stylists. A nail fees group so that they can see real life pictures on hands, because those are much better than thumbnails. There's the videos for dry polish, which is fun for like cute videos for your VIP group. And then a graphics group is very important for new stylists. And then the official Color Street group, Fall Park Color Street, and then the Color Street Facebook page, and then the Color Street Instagram if they're on Instagram. So those are the links that I have for my new girls to join. And also it's very important for them to join at their own pace, because when I first signed up, I was added to like 10 pages the first day. And then your whole newsfeed is like Color Street. And you're like, oh my God.
And you're overwhelmed.
Exactly.
I was going to ask you that. I'm like, does that overwhelm them? But yeah, I mean, it's something they choose to join versus you adding them to.
Right. And that's why I also made this into a scrolling website. And in the Canva link, I say, please go at your own pace, because this is a ton of information. And I don't expect you to know all of this by tomorrow. So that's another thing, is don't rush your new people, because I feel like quality over quantity. Like, you don't want to mass add them to all these groups and then they don't remember the names, or they don't know how to find the groups, or they don't know what's even in the groups. So that's why I think that a post is helpful too, so that they can just click, okay, I'm going to join one group today, one group tomorrow, one group the next day. Mm-hmm. The next thing that I have for my new stylists to do is to announce that they're a stylist. I feel like this is something that people forget to do.
Yeah, and it's very basic, but super smart.
Right. And so I have a little blurb in the template with a screenshot of like an example post, because like I said, some people have never been in direct sales. So they're like, okay, so what do you want me to say? Like, okay, I'm a Color Street stylist. Cool.
Yeah.
But when you make it authentic and make it real and post a selfie of yourself or your own personal nail fee, then people are more inclined to look at it rather than just like a few words. Hey, I joined Color Street. That's not really that exciting for people on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
So I also put in there to link to your VIP group, because if you're a stylist, people need to know where they can get your nails. So that's another important step, is to just link your VIP, and then people can join on their own rather than being a spammy panic and inviting everybody on your friends list.
Yeah. Just being like, hey, if you want to see more of my, more nail sets, check out this VIP group. It's a great way to grow your group.
Right. And I like my VIP, and a lot of my posts, even if I post just a nail fee or like a business blessing, I'll always link my VIP. And even people who will never buy from me, they will join and they'll like my posts and comment. Those are still people that you want in your group, because they boost your algorithms and they help with engagement in your group. So even if people don't buy from you right away, keep them in there because they're watching.
Yeah, that's a great tip. Just to like, anytime you post a nail fee, anytime, just always link that VIP, so you can always be growing it. Love it.
I think this last week alone, I had 5 girls that I went to high school with join. None of them have bought from me, but now they're in there and they've been liking my posts. So
yeah, that's great.
Another thing that I put in the template to also grow your VIP is to make a Frank's list. And I remember when I first signed up, this is something that Kelly talked about in a training. And I was like, a Frank's list, that is so genius. So it really helps break down who you know, because when you try to make a, you're like, I don't even know where to begin. So the Franks list is great because you can see, you know, different topics of, or different categories of people that you know from different places.
Yeah, and Frank stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and who else you know? I can't remember what the S was.
Yeah, I can't remember what the S is either, but you can Google Franks and it'll come up. And then in my template, I tell them after they make that Franks list, which are people that they know, then to send them a message and say, hey, you know, I'm a new stylist. But the key with that is these are people that they already know. So this is not, you know, mass messaging everybody on your friends list.
It's
because
not
that is spammy pammy.
Yes. you don't do spammy and Team Nailed It.
No. We don't do hey girl.
Nope.
And then along with the VIP group, I also did a little example of a post and how often to post. So I tell my new stylists to post at a minimum of 4 times a week, because I feel like that's a good start so that they're not overwhelmed and their customers aren't overwhelmed. Obviously, as you build your VIP, you post more frequently. Like, I don't think there's a day that I go without posting in my VIP. But I tell them 4 times minimum to start with. And I talk about the schedule button. So people will say to me, I don't have time to post, you know, this week. I'm going on vacation. Pre-schedule it. So
right. It's the best tool ever.
Exactly. And so many people don't know about it. I didn't know about it until like halfway through my Color Street journey, which it was a total game changer when I found it.
Yes.
So if your girls don't know about the pre-schedule, show them, take a little screenshot, circle the little schedule button. It really is so convenient. If they have a busy week, we're going back to school. I'm sure moms and teachers are super busy these coming weeks. So for all of our new Canadian friends, teach them how to schedule their posts this week.
Yes. Love that.
And then that is pretty much all I talked about in the VIP group. I also had my new stylists add me to their VIP group because I want to see what they're posting. And then if they, you know, hit a bump in the road, I want to see what they could improve on in their VIP group. So I think it's really important to be in there and to comment on their posts, like their posts.
Comment and like, so you can boost their algorithm.
Exactly. And it's fun. Like, I like seeing what my new girls come up with and see what they share because everybody has such neat ideas and it's fun to kind of see what they do with their group.
Yeah.
So join their group. Don't think it's weird. Some people are like, well, that's their group. I don't want to intrude. You're their mentor. If they have questions, you need to know what to help them with.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all that I did for VIP groups. And the next thing that I talk about in the template is the compensation plan, because that's an important question. How do I get paid? How much do I get paid? So I made a little graphic for my team and I broke down, you know, the 25% to 35% enhanced commission. And then it's also important to tell them that the enhanced commission will come monthly. That's another question that new stylists have. Okay, well, I hit enhanced commission, but my paycheck was less. So, I mean, you really have to break down everything for them because a lot of people, I just feel like Color Street is so different. So people will join and be like, I've never done direct sales before because Color Street is just so fun.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of people's first adventure with direct sales, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
So I did the compensation plan. And then the next thing that I talked about is Circle of Excellence. So that is a great program, especially for new stylists, because that's when I feel like excitement is the most built up for new stylists is when they're first starting. So that's when their sales come the easiest in my experience. Their friends want to sign up a lot in the beginning. So Circle of Excellence could potentially so easy for a new stylist as long as they know about it. So I just have a little screenshot of it with a link to the PDF and the VO so that they can click it and read all the details. Because that's an easy way to get some extra cash for a new stylist. Same with Jumpstart. So that's the next thing that I talked about in the template is the Jumpstarts with a link to the PDF and the VO also, because Jumpstarts are also super exciting to build a new stylist inventory and they can sell those sets or give them away for VIP giveaways, things like that. Let me see. Plus, as the enroller, you also get the Jumpstart that they get. So if your stylists know about it, then you can get some sets too.
Right. That matching bonus is pretty sweet.
It is. It's amazing. And then the next thing that I talk about for a new stylist is setting up their own party. So this is another way that they can get sets to build their inventory or to do for giveaways in their VIP. So I have screenshots in the scrolling link of how to set up a party, because remember, don't know what they should be seeing. So if they have a problem, I want them to be able to compare it to the screenshot of what it should look like when they set up a party in their back office. And I also mentioned in the template that you want your VIPs to order through a party all the time so that they get the rewards for the free sets. So then, like I said, they can build an inventory, sell them for more cash, use them for giveaways, or just use them for themselves, whatever they want. And then I also mentioned that it's the same way to set up a party for a VIP as it is for yourself. And then we talk about rank advancement. So some people join this and they are gung-ho. Oh, yes. Some people join and they're like, okay, how do I rank advance? And I'm like, okay, wow. So I wanted that to be in there so that they could see just kind of a breakdown of all the rank advancements. Even if they don't want to do that, it's just still neat to see how corporate has it broken down. Yeah. And then I also made a cute little graphic, which is in the graphics group, for commission per rank, because that's another question that people who want to do this, you know, as a business builder are like, okay, what am I getting myself into? What kind of salary can I expect? Of course, nothing is guaranteed. So that's why I put the income disclosure in there. But that's just kind of fun for new stylists to see the income potential with Color Street. Mm-hmm. I know that was a selling point for myself and a lot of my new girls. Another question that my new stylists get is they'll freak out at the first of the month and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm back at 0%. I'm like, yeah, new month, new start, new goals.
Yeah, gotta start over on
so month. It is. And it's kind of shocking to see, you know, all of your progress from that month kind of just be wiped away and you start fresh, but it's also exciting. So if you had a bad month, you can start over again. Mm-hmm. So that's something worth mentioning to your new girls if they've never been in direct sales, because the first of the month comes and they're like, what happened? Yeah. And then the last thing that I put in my new stylist checklist is ways that they can contact me. So when I signed up, like I said, it was very overwhelming being added to all these groups. And if my upline wasn't available, I wanted to know where to go to find answers to my questions. So I have my personal phone number in there. Obviously, I won't answer if I'm not like working at the time. And I also have a link to my Facebook profile so they can send me a message on there, and a link to our team page. I always tell them to go to their upline first, but if their upline is busy, then they can post on our team page or shoot me a Facebook message or whatever. We have a very open form of communication in our team. And obviously, as your guys' teams get bigger, that's harder to keep, which is bittersweet because it's fun to interact with everybody on a one-on-one basis. Mm-hmm. But make sure that they have a link to your team page or your team group chat so that they can know where to go if their upline is busy, because as uplines, obviously we can't be available 24 hours. And some people might work this at different hours of the day than you are. So yeah, it's good for them to know where to find answers.
To a group chat, like a messenger thread, can you send a link? Like, I mean, can you create a link for one of those? I
don't know. That's a good, ours group me's. So we, you can do a link to a group, but I don't think the link to a Facebook group message, which is so dumb, and Facebook totally should.
Yeah, come on, Facebook.
I know. But you can make a group me too.
Yeah.
And then, so that's pretty much all that I have for my new Stylus checklist.
Love it.
I think Kelly said she put the link in there, so you guys can kind of scroll that and see it. Thank you. It is one of my pride and joys in my team page. I can't lie.
Yeah, no, it's so great.
And another thing that I was talking to Kelly about.
Hang on one second.
Sorry, we're like talking at the same time. Yeah, it's so slow.
I know, it's like being weird. One thing really quick is, before we jump to the next topic, because we have even more juice for you guys, is, so first of all, everyone's freaking out over this in the comments. They're loving it. Becky said, I love it so much. I never know what to say to new stylists and I don't want to overwhelm them. So thank you so much for sharing this. And so I had a thought too, is that it would be really cool to get on a one-on-one call with your new stylist and like go over each of these steps, you know, because sometimes when we just send them a link and it's like all these words and pictures, it's like, whoa, this is really overwhelming. But just like how you explained it to me step by step, it feels a lot less overwhelming having someone visually talk about it and having me like look through all the things and be like, oh, okay, this is doable. So that might be something, you know, I think that everyone should be doing that anyways, is getting your new stylist on a call and like going over their next steps. But I love that this, you know, you could use this Canva resource to do it, to do it with them. Can you explain one more time really quickly how to create something like that on Canva if someone wanted to?
Yeah. So I think that I can make a template that I can share in the group after this, and then they can just edit it in Canva to fit their own needs. But if you are like super eager and want to start right now, I get that too.
I'm sure everyone's gonna want a template.
So what I did, I know.
Yeah.
I can do that too.
But do tell.
But so I have Canva Pro. So some of the elements are Pro elements.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that you can save it as a website with regular Canva. So don't quote me on that, but I'm like 90% positive that you can still do the template without Canva Pro. Canva Pro, I think, is $12 a month. So it's not that crazy expensive, but some people don't want to pay that, which I totally get too.
Yeah.
So it's a flyer size. So there's all different size templates. So you start with a flyer, and then there's a button and you can add slides like a slideshow. So I think mine has like 10 slides. And then I did slide by slide. So don't keep adding slides, because then you'll feel like you have to fill up every slide and then you'll be like word vomiting stuff to your new stylist. So just go one at a time.
Okay.
And then after you have all of your slides in there, then when you save it, you're going to save as a website.
Okay.
And under the website link, there's like this little drop-down bar, and the drop-down bar starts as a presentation, but a presentation goes left to right, which it looks kind of weird on a mobile device. Right. So when you click the drop-down, it'll say scrolling. So make sure that you change your presentation from presentation to scrolling. And then it will pop up like a scrolling website on Canva. And then you can copy and paste the link from Canva. And I made mine a tiny URL so that I could remember it. And that's really all that you do. So what's really cool about this too is it's live. So I just updated the Circle of Excellence information for the next, 6 months until February. So you don't have to send them a new link. Every time you update the template, it updates in live action, which is so cool.
Yeah, because things are always changing. So I love that.
Right.
That's so great. Yeah. Okay, that sounds doable. And especially with your template, that's even much
yeah. Yeah, I can make one.
So great.
And then you guys can just plug in your own team stuff, because your new stylists don't want to see me if they send them to you.
You need to personalize it, please.
Right.
Okay, so you guys stay tuned, because Abby has even more juicy stuff. She just talked about onboarding. Now she's going to talk about motivating your team. This is a little extra long training, but it's going to be worth it. So tell us about what you recently did to motivate your team.
So I did a couple new things recently. I feel like this year was like the year of change, and we had like all these new little mini launches and these different catalog launches. So I wanted to change it up in my team page also. So one thing that I recently did, and I got this idea from a fellow stylist friend, is I did a girls' night in for my team page. So I made one. I can also share that here. I shared it. We have a senior director accountability group chat with like 20 of us on Team Nailed It. Mm-hmm. So I shared it in there, and their teams loved it too. So I can share it with all of you if you would like.
Awesome. We would love that.
Okay, I can do that. It's business questions. So my team loved this because they kind of got to revisit their why and their goals for the business. And it also helped me to identify their goals because, like I said, some people don't sign up and want to do this as a full-time thing. So I want to know that. So I'm not like, hey, what are your goals this month? Because that can kind of push a new stylist away if they just kind of want to do this as a hobby.
Yeah. Really quick, Abby. Yeah. Can you back up for a second? For anyone that's like, what is a girls' night? What is a girls' night in?
Oh, yeah.
It's basically like a series of posts that you do within a short period of times. And everyone knows like, hey, we're having a girls' night in. A lot of people do it in their VIP groups. But she's saying to do it in your team page. And it's basically where you do it, you know, a bunch of posts that are interactive for a short period of time, and people know that there's like a start time, so they kind of like set their alarms. So that's what she's referring to. I just want to make that clear for all our newbies before you go into details.
Yeah, no, I totally forgot. But yes, so I think there were 18 posts, and I scheduled them like every 5 minutes. So it's kind of like a rapid fire thing.
Yeah.
And each one was a different interactive question. So one question was like, what do you enjoy most about the business? The discount, the commission, the friendships, the product. Another one was like, is BQing a priority to you? I will always BQ. I will sometimes BQ. BQ is not a priority. Do you want a team? True or false? Just kind of things like that. And like I said, I can share it in here. But my team really liked it because they got to reevaluate their goals.
Yeah.
And then it also helped their leaders to see where their team was at without, you know, spamming them like, hey, what are your goals? What are your goals? What are your goals?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a more fun way to identify your goals without just like writing them down on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was really fun, and it was a huge hit. I need to make another one actually because my team has been begging me, can we please do another girls' night?
Yeah, I love that idea. It's so fun because it's kind of like a team bonding thing. I think creating a community in your team is huge. I think it's one of the reasons that Team Nailed It is so successful, because we, you know, I feel like everybody feels like they're a part of something bigger. They're part of this awesome community. And so I think that's super important to do with your team so that they have so that they're bonding together, and those girls' night ins do that when everyone sees everyone else's comments, and, you know, people are like commenting on each other's comments and stuff like that. It's a good bonding experience too.
Yeah. And it's a little bit easier than a live video because sometimes people don't have time to sit and watch a whole live video. So
totally.
Just going back to the posts and knowing that, okay, there's one every 5 minutes. So, and I also numbered the posts. So like 1 out of 18, 2 out of 18. So then they could know when they completed all of them, because sometimes they can get lost in the shuffle of Facebook. So that's another good tip, was to just number them. Thank you.
Brilliant. So many good nuggets from you, Abby. No wonder you're a young success. I love it.
And then I just did a small giveaway just for fun. So I did, I think I did 2 retired sets from my inventory. But if you're a new stylist, you could just do like a mini collection set or like a $10 gift card or whatever fits your business budget. But my team will like kill for some retired sets. So
it's true. The things you do for retired sets, right?
Oh, it's crazy. And then another quick thing that I did to kind of boost team morale in the slower months. So for some of the mini launches these past summer months, I've just gone on Amazon and I found like 3 different prize options, like $15 or less, that coordinate with the mini launch. So for the fruit one, there was like a really cute pair of watermelon earrings, some cute fruit stationery. I think there's like a fruit pair of socks, like just cute stuff to coordinate with the mini launches. And then for every buy 3 get one that they sold, they got an entry into the prizes, and they could pick which prize out of the 3 they want. So that's another really kind of affordable prize option for your team, is to just go on Prime and pick something, and then Amazon ships it for you. You don't have to worry about shipping it, or forgetting to ship it. I'm terrible at that.
Yeah. Amen.
Well, I'll just have like a mail pile, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is from 2 months ago. I'm so sorry I didn't send your prize. But so that is something, and they've really enjoyed it too. And they like to be able to pick their prize and have like 3 different prize options. But again, just find something that fits your business budget. That's one of the main things that I can tell you as a leader, is to keep it within your business budget, because everybody's business budget is different. So the goal here is to come out in the green and not end in the red. So
yes. Yeah, you can find some great stuff in like the dollar bins at Target or at the dollar store, or, you know, sometimes people just love the recognition of like winning, and, you know, it doesn't even matter what they get. They're just like, I won, you know?
Right. Well, and that's another way that you could use your new sets as a new stylist from your own party link. Keep those sets. And when you do have a team, keep those sets for team giveaways, because everybody loves to have sets. I mean, that's why we're all here. So, but I think those are really the most exciting things that I've done the past couple of months.
Those are great. That's some like, that is jam packed right there. Everybody like commenting and saying like how much they appreciate this. So much great info, great ideas. Yeah. Lots of people are loving this. So thank you, Abby. I love all these ideas. And I love the idea of doing girls' nights in your team to like boost morale, motivate them, help them remember their why. And also love this onboarding idea. And just some of those onboarding steps that you shared are, you know, we kind of forget. It's easy to forget. I mean, I joined 4 years ago. Sometimes I forget like those really basic things that we need to do to start, you know, and to get your business started right. So it was fun to hear you go over those things. So thank you so much, Abby. And thanks everyone for watching. Abby will post those templates in our team, and so you can try them out yourself if you want to. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.